You know, Kira gets her 3,000th assist. You honor her this week. What does it mean? Because, 1,000 assists is a milestone. 2,000 is a ton. 3,000 is, I don't want to say unheard of, but pretty rare.
Amazing. 4 years, I think, coming in as a freshman, being able to start varsity. She started every match, and from her freshman year on. And I think that's an amazing feat because you're beating out a senior or a junior or some upperclassman. But I feel like that from the day she came in, she just had that work ethic, that drive, that leadership. And, that's what it takes to be a great setter. We could teach all the rest of the things. And, she probably thinks I'm really easy on her now because she's been here for now 4 years. But the first 2 years was just so much, to learn. But she was willing to learn that. And now she's an extension of me on the court, which is what you want for your setter.
Yeah, when you take a look at all the teammates that she's played with, I mean, as she was mentioning, she can't do it without her teammates. As a setter, you have to set them up to be successful. So do you see that kind of like unselfishness in her personality on the day-to-day basis?
Absolutely. I think any setter, it's that not glory position. You have to be able to take, it's always her fault. I always tell her that I'm going to blame our setter. But, in this case, 3,000 assists, she's getting honored. But in most every day, in everything we do, it's just, it's an expectation and kind of that position that it's kind of the grunt work. It's kind of like being a point guard in basketball or, it's just you. But volleyball is a team sport. There's no way to get around it. You can't hide a weak link. And in the game of volleyball, if you watch us, she's getting our hitters one-on-one opportunities or one-on-none. With no blockers. And if you watch us play, our hitters look really good, and it's because of her.
Well, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but I want to go in a little further. When you saw her as a freshman, did you think she could have this type of impact? Did you think she could be a 3,000 assist setter?
I guess I never think in numbers, but I knew immediately, if a kid is special, when she walks into the gym and immediately she belongs on the varsity court. She's not intimidated. She's not scared. She's ready to take somebody's spot, and she had that. She had that gift, that grit, that and I call inner conceit, where it's not she's not cocky or conceited, but she believes in herself, and she had that. And you see that early on.
You still have a good chunk of your season left, so she could add to that total. But what do you expect from her for the rest of this season, and how can she lead your team to a long playoff run and maybe an SAC championship, which I imagine are the short-term goals over the next month and a half?
Well, it's about bettering the ball, and I think, and more so not just in her setting as much as her leadership. Her touching every second ball. You've got to control the court. You've got to lead the court, whether things are going good or things are going bad. You've got to be a stabilizer, and I think that's what she's going to need to do. She's needed to be that leader, that backbone. That's that person they can always count on, and I think that's the most important thing as we continue the season. And it's flown by. So we're excited. We're excited, and we'll keep getting better every day, and that's because she wants to get better. So. Excited about that, yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
She's just been a joy to coach, and she's a great teammate. I think that's important and a great lesson for all of every kid out there that, you can be a gifted player, but if you want to become great, you got to make those around you better, and that's what she does. She's got that contagious spirit about her.